From the studios of Books in Motion, this is Beth Richmond, reading Just Desserts, A Head of Coffee Mystery, Book 4, by Jinx Schwartz. Now let's begin with Just Desserts. I was so depressed last night I called one of those suicide hotlines. I reached a call center in Pakistan. They got all excited and asked if I could drive a truck. Anonymous on the internet. Just Desserts. Dessert. Pronounced dessert. What you justly deserve. Upon a pillory that all the world may see, a just desert for such impiety. Warning, fair women, 1599. Prologue. Safia removed her prayer rug and a water bottle from her rucksack. Then, in preparation for her morning prayer, she washed her face, head, hands, forearms, and feet in the icy water. Checking her compass, she faced Mecca and performed the first of the required 5 daily salats. For her, though, it might be her last. She would be living with the enemy and must avoid detection, but her handler had assured her God forgave, for her intent was pure. Ablution and prayer completed, she returned to her perch. Soon, a fine mist blanketing the fertile valley below yielded to the sun's rays. Rooster crows, dog barks, the smell of cook fires and human voices wafted upward. She trained her powerful binoculars on a group of workers laughing and chatting as they headed for a day in the fields. Even during winter months, farmers had work to do. A stream, running clear and low this time of year, meandered through the valley. Come summer, though, southwest monsoon winds carried rains that swelled the river into a muddy rampage, trapping villagers between crossings for days at a time. It is these storms, however inconvenient, that pump life into what would otherwise be a barren, sunburnt valley. The sun's warmth granted some small relief from yet another miserably cold night spent on surveillance. For almost 3 weeks she'd kept vigilance day and night. Every few days a runner brought provisions, but otherwise she was alone. She'd had little sleep, for if anything or anyone moved, day or night, she was alert instantly. Her notes grew as trucks groaned and bounced up and down the mountainside from the main road. People walked and rode to work. Meals were served. Laundry hung out to dry. Equipment rolled in and out of hangars and barns. Every action went into her book, one she must soon burn. She sketched people, noting their habits. This information was to be shared with others at the camp, even though she instinctively disliked these men. They were, after all, of the same class as those who tormented her people, and they remained infidels. However, she needed them for her mission, so she would do as told. A fat tractor driver smoked hand-rolled cigarettes and occasionally nipped from a bottle hidden under his seat. At 11 each morning, a cook threw scraps to 4 patiently waiting dogs. No matter what else was going on, those dogs gathered by the kitchen door like clockwork. No wonder in that, thought Safia. The curs eat better than many of my own people. Horsemen rode fence lines every Monday, checking for breaks and rounding up stray cattle. Saturdays around 1, the work week came to an end, and many people drifted down the hill in groups or alone, to shop or perhaps visit friends and relatives in the nearby village. Some rode horses, some walked, a few drove battered cars or pickups. She'd easily picked out her target from the description given her. Unfortunately, this individual rarely left the premises and spent most hours of the day in what...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?